Hello and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. In this tarot reading we will look into the future of Georgia, the American state. We will look at each year from 2026 to 2030 one by one to see what are the major themes that will happen in the state of Georgia. But let's jump into 2026 with the first card, which is the new moon card. So obviously it says a new start is coming. New moons are all about new starts. Maybe one of the new moon cycles will be very important in the state of Georgia, but there's some kind of a new project, a new approach, a new phase in the state of Georgia that's going to be very, very powerful. Now we will see what the clarifier cards are. Okay, so the clarifier is the Six of Cups. So Six of Cups is a card that can be connected to children, youth, but also it is a card of creativity. It is a card of nostalgia, going back to the roots as well, in terms of focusing on, what are the traditional values of the state of Georgia. But also, with the Six of Cups, something from the past might be coming back in some shape or form. Something that was maybe closed, something that people kind of moved on. But I think in 2026 we will be able to see that something from the past is coming back with that Six of Swords, Six of Cups energy, and it kind of helps to create something new, something that's some kind of a new start. Okay, so the other clarifying card is the Medicine card. Healing money blocks, reprogram, open to receive, healing arts, shadow work. Now, couple of things, like when I kind of look at this card, I always look at what are the repetitive words, what are the repetitive themes that we already talked about. So we talked about art, we talked about we talked about that, but also for the medicine is connects for me to finding solutions, finding all sorts of solutions for any kind of problems. So there can be here a problem that is rooted in the past that I think Georgia will be able to find some kind of a solution for it, and it will kind of create some kind of a new beginning. Now obviously the card is talking about healing money blocks, so maybe something connected to the economy, something connected to the welfare of people might be definitely connected to that. But also reprogram, right? When you kind of look at it, reprogram, and we talk about that something connected to the past, so it might be an old program that's being revitalized this year, or something that is brought back, like an old program or an existing program that's being reused to kind of create more wealth. All right, let's see 2027. So the main energy is described here by the supermoon. Emotions are running high. Now, when this card comes up, think about what kind of emotions are out there. There are many kinds of emotions. There might be rage, there might be happiness, euphoria, anger. All of those are emotions. Love, hate, right? So, it seems that in 2027 the emotions are heightened in the state of Georgia, right? Now, what I'm kind of getting here, that there will be certain things that will make people very excited, but also very angry on the other side. I'm kind of getting a very polarized energy from this card right now, because these emotions can be different for everyone, and they can react to certain things very, very differently. Now let's see the clarifier card. Okay, so the clarifier card is the Justice card. So Justice is a card of balance, harmony, law as well, the legal system, legislation as well. So there might be here a law or a program or a bill that will be that will be discussed, that will be maybe even put into effect, that might be very, very polarizing in the year of 2027, right? Because you have here these emotions are running high as well. But it can be contracts, it can be any kind of agreements that might be polarizing in the year of 2027 as well. But also, like, justice can be connected to bringing harmony or any kind of, old problems that the state can have. Okay, from this deck, the other clarifier for this year is the doorway card. Open to possibilities, potential, job opening, steps, walk away, risks, shift, focus. Right, so there's some kind of a new opportunity, new opening for the state of Georgia in 2027 when it comes to some kind of a law, some kind of an agreement, legislation as well. That can create more jobs, that can create more opportunities as well. But also, walk away, risk. It might be a risky contract or a risky agreement or a risky bill, because again, you have here these emotions are running high. I'm getting here something that might be very controversial. Now let's focus on the year 2028. Okay, so what we have here is first quarter moon. Your commitment is being tested. Now, what this card is all about, that there's something here, maybe a program, maybe a legislation, or anything, or some kind of a collaboration for the state of Georgia, where their commitment will be tested in a sense that, okay, is this really something that they wanna holding on to on the long run? But let's see the clarifying cards to see what it does pertain to. Okay, so what we have here is the Ten of Wands. So when you kind of have the Ten of Wands, generally the tens are focusing on an ending of a cycle, ending of a difficult cycle as well. Because with the Ten of Wands, you're kind of generally, the feel of it is overworked. Something is kind of very burdensome as well. You're carrying a lot of burdens, you're carrying a lot of challenges on your back. And again, like, you can kind of see that something is being tested. The commitment is being tested, right? Like, this person can hardly walk. So I think something's gonna kind of come to the end of it in a sense that I'm getting here that some kind of a system cannot hold it any longer. It can be the welfare system, it can be the job market, it can be pretty much anything, right? These are just examples for you to kind of see. But there's something that's going to be at the brink of collapsing, let me put it this way, because you have here the commitment tested, you have here this person who's carrying a lot of burden. So something, I think the system's going to be pretty much like collapsing, some kind of a system in the year of 2028. But let's see this other clarifying card, what it reveals to us. Okay, so what we have here is transition, ending and beginning, new job, quit, fired, moving, lost income, inherit, hospice. So now obviously what's kind of important here, the ending and the beginning. If you remember, we talked about that Ten of Wands is an end of a cycle. So I think a cycle is definitely ending here. It can be connected to, like, the job market might be a lot of firings, a lot of people might be quitting or looking for new jobs as well, going through transitional time that might be actually putting a lot of burden on Georgia's economy and or welfare system as well. Because you have here this big transitional time of, and also lost income. But let's see what the decade's gonna end for Georgia. But before that, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hype. Let me know in the comments where are you watching from. What kind of changes you've seen in Georgia, especially live in the state of Georgia. What is that you would like to see in the next 5 years to happen? And I also recommend you to check out my other readings. I have quite a few political, about the state, about the president, and also about other American states as well, and other countries as well. And also check out my readings on your zodiac sign that can help you to navigate the energies. Okay, so what we have for 2029, nothing is yet set in stone, the mutable moon. Now, which pretty much means that this year's gonna be, how should I say, this year's gonna be all about changes, right? There's gonna be a lot of things that will come up, but nothing will be set in stone in a sense of decisions. Also, for me, when I see the waves, I kind of see ups and downs, and waves are kind of generally an indication of chaos as well, or turbulent times as well. But let's see what the tarot is clarifying for us for 2029. Okay, so the clarifier is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is a very, very stuck energy. This is kind of when things don't move forward, when things are very, very slow, when you're kind of forced to see things from a different angle. And also, this is a card of divine timing. This is a card that connects to letting things go as well. And what I can kind of see from this one, that there's a lot of change in the air, and Georgia's gonna be forced to kind of see things from a new angle. Now, the other clarifier card here is the Vigilance card. Look for opportunities. Keep going, don't quit, make your own luck, the path is lit. So the vigilance is definitely connected to being careful, watching out for certain dangers as well. And again, the waves can connect to certain dangers that I think the state of Georgia need to be aware of. But also, this is a card that says that, even though I think that the state will be in limbo, right? Because when you kind of look at the hangman, I kind of feel this hanging, shifting left and right, and then also the waves kind of give me that. So, but also, I don't know. I'm kind of getting here that even from this candle that is gonna be almost blown away. But this is a card that says keep going. So there's gonna be something that's gonna be not easy in these years of 2028, 2029. Let me put it this way. But let's see 2030. Okay, so what we have here, new moon in Libra, which might be an important time, and a new romantic cycle begins. Now, obviously, we're not talking about romance when it comes to states and countries. But what's really important here that a new cycle is beginning. It can be connected to new law, it can be connected to new programs as well, new economical cycles as well. And lovely to see this King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles is a leader card. It's a conservative leader, someone who knows how to make money, someone who has good business skills as well, and someone who has all the resources. So now there might be here some kind of a new leader coming on the stage in the state of Georgia. Because you have here someone who's powerful, someone who's more conservative, but very good with the finances as well. And again, with this new romantic cycle, it really points to some kind of a new leadership that can create prosperity. Because the King of Pentacles is all about financial stability. So it might be that, after some difficult cycles here, okay, those two kind of call me out, some kind of prosperity is coming in. And when you kind of have here these two clarifying cards, the emergence, coming into the light, soul work, awaken, spotlight, many interests, live gently, attraction, manifesting, and magnetism, intention, focus, effort, target, release, prosper, right? You have here again a lot of these coins, and the frog is also a symbol of wealth. And you have here the richest king of the tarot, the King of Pentacles. All I'm kind of seeing here that I think by 2030 there's gonna be an emergence. There's gonna be stepping up, especially from an economy, especially from the financial perspective. I think there's going to be some turbulent times, especially 2028, 2029, but I think 2030 will be great, because a new prosperous cycles will start. So that's all I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I'll be able to welcome you again.